Hi, everyone. Okay, yeah, here we go. We're live. Perfect. So I wanted to come on a little early. I have a few disclaimers for today's practice. As you can probably already hear, I have some cats that are in the home with me, so most likely they'll just be super silly and fun. If you do hear, things in the background or meowing, then you know where that's coming from. And the next thing, we are going to have a band for today. It does not have to be a band. It can be a scarf. It can be a belt. It can be a towel. So if you can grab something like that, we're going to open up the shoulders. Oh, that's Chloe. And so essentially you'll just be holding it and you can bring it. We're going to be bringing it forwards and backwards. So go grab that now. We will be sitting in a cross-legged position for a couple minutes at some point. So that's why I have a little pillow. If your hips are super tight, then finding like a chair or the end of a couch that you can sit on. Oh, and that's Ollie messing with my yoga mat. So yeah, this is just going to be a fun, simple practice. We're going to be opening up the shoulders and the neck and also getting into the low back. So we're at 6:31. I'm going to start my timer and we're just going to get started. So you're going to have your, hi buddy, you're going to have your band nearby. So I'm just going to move this pillow out of the way for later. And here we're going to center ground into the ground beneath you. So you're going to place your feet about hip width distance apart. So that's right under the hip bone. So if your hip bones are right here, your feet are going to be in line with the hip bones. We're going to take a moment here to let the hands fall out towards the sides. Let the eyes close. We're going to take a moment to connect with the breath. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting the shoulders go. Letting the jaw go. Feeling the teeth part in the mouth. Bringing a slight bend to the knees. Feeling a buoyancy in the knees. Just becoming aware of our breath, moving in and out of the body. And we're just going to notice what's coming up. Where are you feeling tension? Where do you feel like there's holding in the body? And see if you can send the breath there. Or maybe even just bring awareness that throughout this time together to maybe spend a little extra time or attention on those areas that seem to be holding some pain or some tension or stress today. You can gently begin to open your eyes. Good. We're going to come into bringing some shoulder circles. So you're going to inhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, roll the shoulders back down the spine. So we're going to go backwards, inhale the shoulders up, and then back down the spine. Inhale up. You can even hold at the top for a second, then exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale back down. And let's go forward. So inhale up. A lot of times our shoulders want to stay really close to our ears. We can have a lot of tension there. And even while you're doing this, see if you can release the glutes. We also hold tension in our glutes. Good. And then let that go. You can shake out the arms. And we're just going to make some larger arm circles here. So I'm near a wall. Hopefully you have some room. So we're going to bring the arms backwards for about 6. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're just opening up, bring them forwards. Opening up the shoulder girdle. Opening up the shoulders. Good. Very nice. And then again, you'll plant your feet. Bring the hands out towards the sides. Let's reach the hands up as you look up. So we're just stretching up. You can clasp the hands here or just keep the biceps by the ears. If you are clasping the hands, you can bring both pointer fingers up towards the sky. And then shift. We're going to come into a side stretch. So you're going to come into a side stretch on the right side. We're going to shift the weight over towards the right. And breathe. Feel the expansion in the belly. Feel the feet planted on the ground. And then inhale back up to center. Exhale over towards the opposite side. Good. See if you can stretch a little bit more, planting or distributing the weight through both feet. Good. Inhale back up. And then exhale, let the arms come back down towards the sides. We're going to clasp the hands behind the back. So here, you can clasp the hands together. Bring the hands towards the sacrum and pull the shoulders towards one another. And if you're feeling really good, you can begin to straighten the elbows to broaden through the collarbone, through the chest. So even here, see if you can engage through the abs, engage through the belly, lift the chin away from the chest. Breathing into this expansion around the heart, around the lungs. And now at any time, you can gently bring it close to your eyes to bring the attention inward. You can let the hands go. Back down towards the sides. Keep the left hand down onto the thigh. We're going to come into another side bend. The right arm's going to come over. So side bend here. So if you can reach a little bit longer. Letting the shoulders drift away from the ears. Good. Inhale back up. And then switch to the other side. And you can look up towards the elbow if that feels good in your neck. But just do whatever feels good for you. Inhale back up. And again, we're going to bring the hands back around the low back. Clasp the hands. Elbows can come towards one another, lifting the chin away from the chest. Stay here. Or begin to straighten the elbows, bringing the knuckles down towards the tailbone, opening up through the chest. If you're sitting at a desk all day, and you're kind of hunched, typing, this is a wonderful thing to do. And again here, check in with the knees, check in with the buoyancy in the legs. Again, lift the chin away from the chest. Good. Let the hands go. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, back down the spine. Very nice. And see if you can feel a little difference there. See how the arms feel. See if you feel a little bit more expansion in the shoulders. Now let's bring our hands to our hips to bring us that stability. Again, there's a slight bend into the knees. We're going to come into the neck. So we're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Stretching the left side of the neck. And if you do want to let your hands go here, if you feel stable, then you can feel free to do that. Inhaling, and then exhaling, bringing the chin towards the chest, rolling the neck over to the opposite side. Opening up to the right side of the neck, again, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, chin towards the chest, moving to the right side, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. Good. We'll do that one more time over towards this right side. Again, letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. And you can bring your left arm out just to see if you can feel a little bit more stretch along the neck. Again, sometimes I like to bring a thumbs up with that hand, thumb pointing up towards the sky. And you can play around with moving the thumb down slowly towards the ground and then up towards the sky. So again, Ollie, the cat, is running around. You can probably hear him. Having a great time. So you can slowly point that thumb down and back up, just moving at your own pace here. Good. Let that hand drop. Again, bring the chin towards the chest. Rolling to the other side, bringing the right arm out, feeling that stretch, pulling the shoulders back and down. Neck is in line. And even as if you're pressing the head back, like if there's someone had their hand behind your head, you're going to press into their hand. You can come into that thumbs up position with the right hand. And you can gently move it, pointing down towards the ground. This should feel pretty sensational in the neck. And you can again move it up towards the sky. And see if you can drop this opposite shoulder too. It wants to kind of come up towards the ear. See if you can drop it down. Again, notice if there's a bend in the knees, feel that buoyancy in the legs and the body. I notice that I close my eyes when I do these things, and I probably shouldn't do that, but it's so interesting with it being a computer and not like being in a class with people. All right, you can drop that hand back down, bring the chin back to parallel. We're going to take a few full cycles of neck circles. So here I would recommend placing your hands on your hips. You can keep the eyes gently open, drop the chin towards the chest, rotate towards the right side, coming all the way back, but looking up towards the ceiling so you're not crunching in the back of the neck. And you're going to inhale as you come back and exhale forward. And let's switch directions. We're moving slowly and with intention to really loosen up the fascia, loosen up the synovial fluid within the areas around the neck, around the shoulders, around the brainstem, the spine. And then come back to center, let the hands drop down towards the side, see if you notice any difference in the neck and the shoulders. And then grab your band, whether you have a band or a belt or a towel, anything like that. I'm gonna actually come down onto my knees. You can stay standing if you like, or you can do the same, just so you can see me and I have more room here. So you're gonna grab whatever you got, and you're gonna bring your hands out a little bit wider, probably a lot wider than shoulder width apart. So about this wide. And we're gonna begin to inhale as we lift the hands up toward the ceiling. Good, and then exhale back. Yeah. And here you're going to engage through the belly. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, the arms come down. So now if this is difficult for you to bring the hands up all the way around, you can widen the hands on your strap. But if you feel like now that we've brought in a couple rotations, you can actually bring the hands a little bit closer. So again, we're inhaling up, engaging through the belly, exhaling back. Good. This should feel really good. Also, the nice thing about these stretch bands is that they do stretch. So if I feel like I can't get my arms all the way around back, then it has some give to it. Good. And if you haven't smiled already, maybe bring a smile to your face. All right. I guess it's easier for me. I have cats running around. We're gonna do this one more time. So you're gonna inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. We're going to inhale up one more time. We're going to come into another side bend. So you're going to go over towards the right side. Or over towards this. Yeah, I'm trying to mirror you, but I got it wrong that time. That's okay. And then inhale up. Over towards the opposite side. Yeah. Good. Inhale back up. We're going to drop our strap. And then you can come to a seat on your pillow. Or actually, we're going to actually come to our backs. Sometimes I like to switch it up. So if you want to come lay on your back, and if you have your band or strap around, please grab that. And so slowly come onto your back. And take your time getting there. Good. And so while you're lying flat on your back, okay, good, you can see me. Begin to bring your knees in towards your chest. And rock gently from side to side. The knees are coming in, feeling an opening in the low back and the spine. And press down through the back of the head. So feel a nice curve in the neck. And let the feet come down towards the mat. And again, press with the heels, press with the feet. Gently lift the bottom up, feeling that natural curve in the spine. So instead of having a flat back on the mat, you'll have a natural curve. Good. And here, let's bring the right ankle over the left knee. So we're coming into a figure 4 position. And this is option 1. So you can stay here, gently press against the right knee. Maybe that feels really good for you. If you feel like you could go a little bit more, you can begin to lift the left knee, bringing a 90-degree angle into the left leg. And here your low back will be pretty much flat on the ground because you're using your low abs. So this is option 2. You can stay here. Option 3 would begin to straighten the left leg. Bring the right hand in between that hole at the legs, and then clasp the hands behind the left thigh. And here, we're going to breathe into the back of the left leg, the back of the thigh. And you can even play around with pointing and flexing the left foot. Just make sure the right foot stays flexed. You can stay here, or if you want a little bit more, you can bend through the left leg, bend that knee, and then clasp the hands on the outside of the calf. But again, go to whatever option feels good in your body. If you feel like it's too much on the right hip to bring that left knee in, then back it out, back it up. So you're keeping the right ankle over the left kneecap. So the ankle is not on top of the knee, it's right above it. Nice. And if you like, you can always take your right hand and press gently on the right knee to feel an opening in that hip. Slowly bring the hands out towards the sides. Lower the left foot, sole the foot onto the mat. And let's lower the right foot onto the mat. Here, let's windshield wiper the legs so the feet can go a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Bring the knees over towards the left. And then over towards the right. So adding breath to movement here as you inhale, the knees come back up to center. And exhale, the knees over towards the side. Now you'll do this slowly, inhaling back up, exhaling over. Good, we'll come back to center. Bring the low back onto the mat. Bring the feet hip width distance apart. Place the left ankle over the right knee. Good. Feel an opening in the left hip. Option 1, you can stay right here with a gentle press of the left hand on the left knee. Or you can lift the sole of the right foot, coming into a 90-degree angle, keeping a flex in the left foot, flex in the right foot. Option 2, stay here. Option 3, straighten the right leg, clasp the hands behind the thigh. Now wherever you're at is a perfect place to be. If the right leg is straight, you can flex and point the foot. Good. Yeah, again, there's that other option if you want to clasp around the shin of the right leg. You can do that. I'm going to pull back off that option though on this side, on this hip. You can tap into the breath here. Feeling the lungs expand on each inhale and bringing the belly button gently in towards the spine on each exhale. Gently bring the right sole of the foot back down to the mat. Pause here. And bring the left sole of the foot onto the mat. Widen the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. And bring some sway in the hips. So bringing the left knees over towards the left side. Inhale back up through center, over towards the right side. Good. We're going to come into a quad stretch. So let's roll over onto our left side, almost in a fetal position, and then press yourself up with that top hand. Good. So just checking on our time here. Beautiful. So you're going to take your right leg, your right knee, bring it up towards your body as close as you can get it. Good. You're going to shift your weight over into that left hip. Grab the right hand with the right ankle, and then bring the foot behind you. If your knee is like, I'm not having this, then please skip this. You can always come to a stand and do a quad stretch, holding onto a wall, and then bringing the heel towards the bum. I don't know why I'm using bum today, but that's the word I want to use. So the foot comes behind, and then both hands can come behind the body. And this is a great place to be. Feeling a stretch along the front of the right quad. If you feel like you can add a little bit more, you can come down to the forearms. You really can see the baby belly in this one, can't you? So this is a great place to be. Some people can also just come right on down to their back, but I'm not going to do that. But wherever you're at, shake out your neck. See if your neck can be loose and long. So you want to have a long neck here. And also let the glutes go. The glutes are going to want to clench up and get involved, but see if you can let them go. Good. Slowly begin to lift yourself out wherever you're at. If you're standing, then you can let that foot go. If you're sitting, you can shift your weight back over towards the left. Right hand to right ankle. Bring the foot back to the mat. Good. And then bring it out long. Let's give the legs a little shake. Thank you, legs, for all you do, right? Let's go to that opposite side. Left sole of the foot comes to the mat. Squeeze the knee in towards the chest. Shift the weight over towards the right side. Left hand to left ankle. Grab it. Place the top of the foot onto the mat. Begin to shift. Center the weight. Feel a nice elongation in the neck. And then decide from here if you want to come back onto your forearms or on all the way onto your back. And again, shake out the neck, let the neck go. Good, bring your attention to the breath. Lift yourself back up. Nice job. Shift the weight over into the right hip. Left hand to left ankle. Place the sole of the foot back onto the mat. Straighten out both legs. Give them a little shake. So I'm going to turn towards you. We're going to do a butterfly pose or a cobbler's pose. Essentially bringing both feet together. Some of y'all, your feet can be really close to your groin. And some of y'all, the feet are going to be way out here. So what I just did is I rotated my inner thighs to get my sit bones onto the mat. So that helps us get a little bit more opening in the hips. So if you have a booty or if you have some thighs, like me, it's a great thing to do. So wherever you're at, you're gonna press the feet together. So engage the feet, and you can even notice that my toes somewhat splay out. This is going to bring integration within the legs. And here, you're gonna lift to the chest. Take a big inhale, again, as if you're pressing your head into someone's hands. And if you'd like here, you can even walk your hands out behind you to feel an opening in the chest. So we're repositioning our spine, especially again if you've been sitting or kind of hunching over throughout the day. It's going to be a really great thing to do. And then here we begin to tilt at the pelvis. So it's kind of like just a slight tilt. And I even like to move from left to right, nice and slow. Tilting at the pelvis, seeing if I can get a little bit more stretch, bringing my chest towards my feet, but keeping a nice long spine. A lot of times we want to round in our back and round in our low back, but we're keeping that straight spine. And so just see what this feels like here. So again, press the feet together, shifting from side to side. Good. Come back up to center. Let's keep your left foot in towards the groin. Bring your right leg out. Give the leg a little shake. flex the right leg. Bring some engagement into that leg. So if you kind of tap on your leg, it's nice and engaged. We're going to again turn our chest towards the left leg. Got a nice little pop on my spine there. And you can begin to tilt at the pelvis as you walk the hands forwards. Again, coming into a flat back, chest coming towards the foot, towards the ankle, as if you're reaching the heart forwards. Again, breathing here, letting the shoulders drop away from the ears, letting the teeth part in the mouth. Inhale, rise back up. Place the right hand on the thigh or the shin or the ankle. And we're bringing the opposite arm up and over, coming into a side stretch here. You can even look up towards the elbow. You can also open up the chest towards the sky if that feels good in your back or in your low back. Inhale back up. Good. And we're going to switch feet. So let's bring your right foot in. Left leg out, pointed or flexed, whatever feels good, but there is some engagement in this leg. So again, begin to twist towards the leg, tilting the pelvis forward, coming into a stretch along the hamstring of the left leg. You should also feel a nice stretch along the whole entire rib cage of the side of the body. It should feel really good. Place the left hand on the thigh or on the shin. Now let's come over into a side stretch. You can look up towards the elbow. If that feels good in your neck. Dropping the shoulder away from the ear. See if you can twist. Open up towards the ceiling if that feels okay in your back and your shoulder. And then inhale back up. Very nice. Bring both legs straight out in front of you. Give them a little shake. And here, you can keep your feet together. Mine have to go a little bit wide to accommodate the belly. But here you can again reach the heart up towards the sky, opening up through the chest, tilting through the pelvis, walking yourself forward, gently coming into a forward fold. And here, if you like, you can begin to bring that curve in the spine, just letting everything go here. You should feel a nice stretch along the low back. Along the shoulders, the upper back. And then inhale, let's come on out. And so that will be the 30 minutes of stretch. If you would like to stay for a 10-minute meditation or about an 8-minute meditation, please feel free to stay for that as well. I would say if you're finishing up stretch, a wonderful thing to do is to place your legs up the wall. It's going to really recirculate your blood flow, and it just helps you feel really good. So if you want to set a timer for about 5 to 10 minutes and place the legs up the wall and breathe, it's a really wonderful practice. And again, if you want to set yourself up for legs up the wall during the meditation, then please feel free to do that as well. So I want to be cognizant of your time. So again, you can lay flat on your back for the meditation portion, or you can sit up with the spine straight. And so now, if you should feel really good to be sitting up with a straight spine, because the hips are going to be a little bit more open, the shoulders and the chest are going to be a little bit more open. Bring a gentle close to the eyes. Bring your awareness and your attention to the tip of the nose. Letting the breath move gently in through the nose. And play around with out through the nose or out through the mouth. Do whatever feels good for you today. We're going to bring our attention to the top of the head, moving down throughout the whole entire body, just releasing any tension or stress or stored up energy that is no longer serving you. If we begin at the top of the head, you'll breathe in, feeling the forehead soften, feeling the eyelids soften. Moving the breath down through the cheeks, through the jaw, feeling the teeth part in the mouth, and placing your tongue right at the top of the palate, like right behind the two front teeth. Moving the breath down through the throat, through the shoulders, feeling the shoulders again drop away gently from the ears. Moving down through the heart, chest, upper back. And again, noticing if you feel any tension or unease in these areas of the body. And if you do, see if you can gently let whatever that is, that tension or pain, release through the exhale. So it's as if your inhale collects all of that, all of the tension, all of the stress, collects it all as you breathe in. And as you exhale, it leaves through the body. Bringing your attention down into the gut, the area right above the belly button. And just imagine the intestines, the organs, just loosening up, blood flowing slowly and calmly through the gut. Moving down through the low back, bringing the breath right at the navel, the low belly, places where we hold a lot. So see again if the breath can collect anything that might be holding or any heaviness in the body, and then exhale it all out. Moving down through the hips, moving down through the legs, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the shins, the ankles. Moving down through the feet, through the tips of the toes, breathing down into the feet. And then as if you are looking at yourself while you're lying there or sitting in a straight spine position, just notice if there's any holding that's left in the body. Notice if it's a little bit more difficult to get the breath to certain areas of the body. Releasing judgment or labeling, or if you're doing it right or wrong, but just noticing. And then see if you can breathe in a little bit more with each inhale. And breathe out just a little bit more with each exhale. Now even bring the attention, bring the breath to the hands, to the arms. Let the hands release and let go. Let the palms open up towards the sky. I'll take this time here as you're in this relaxed state to bring something to mind. Maybe this is an intention, a thought, or a feeling that you would like to carry with you throughout the rest of your evening. How would you like to feel? What do you want to let go of? What would you like to think? Just moving forward in this day, the rest of the day. Let whatever that is come to mind. Recognize it, allow it, and then we'll gently let it go. Place your hands somewhere on your body that feels comfortable for you. Place it somewhere on your torso. Maybe notice the heat in your hands as you place them somewhere on your body. Taking this moment to give yourself gratitude for showing up and taking this time for you this evening, or if you're watching this later. Again, just giving the body gratitude, giving yourself gratitude. And when you're ready, you can let the hands fall away. If you're lying down, you can roll over to the left or the right side. And gently press yourself up into a seat. So I hope this was really helpful for you this evening. I hope you enjoyed the cat noises in the background. And yeah, let me know, what you thought about this, or if anything came up for you. My email is in the description, so please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm also on social media pretty much everywhere. So if you have any comments or any feedback, anything like that, please reach out. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your evening or a great rest of your day if you're watching this later. If you are watching a replay, let me know. Just put replay in the comments. All right. Bye, everyone. Ollie says bye.